You are listening to the York Science podcast, where we explore how science changed lives and how you can be part of the story. I'm your host, Hugo Chan, and today's episode is something truly exciting. Today's episode, AI and data science, the future of science career, how international students can find their future here at York University in Canada. We will dive into AI and data science, two powerhouse fields reshaping every corner of science and the career they drive it. And if you are an international student dreaming of studying in Canada, this episode is especially for you. Luckily, I'm not exploring this topic alone. I'm joined by our co-host, Tian, a statistics student with strong passion of AI and data science. Tian, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me. So, hi everyone, my name is Tien, and as a student exploring both theory and academic and real world impact of AI and data science, I understand how challenging and exciting it can be to figure out where you can fit in this fast moving field. Therefore, I hope today's conversation will give you some clarity, hope, and excitement for what is possible for you to join this field.
Absolutely. And to help us with that, let us welcome our guest for today. A quick note before we begin. The views and opinions expressed by our guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of their employers, including any bank or financial institution they may represent.
Yeah, so let's start with Professor Wang. Can you share a little bit about yourself and your research focus?
Okay, hello everyone. I'm very happy to be here. My name is Stephen Wang, and I've been in New York for more than 20 years. I'm a full professor in statistics at the Department of Mathematics and Statistics. My research has evolved from traditional statistical inference to data science and then to machine learning. And I do have a machine learning patent that was awarded to me 2 years ago. So my research is a little bit broad. I started with statistical science, and then I was doing theoretical statistical inference, and then move on to data science, and then to machine learning. So currently, my focus is on application of AI to the healthcare, including ECG and EEG, and also I'm doing some product with the long-term care. That's it.
Thank you so much, Professor Wang. So we will hear more about your insight later. And next, I'd like to introduce our alumni. Hi, Carol. We would love to hear more about your journey. Could you take us back to your time as a student at York and walk us through how that led to your current role in the industry?
Okay. All right. So I'll take you back. Okay. I can do that. I could take you back to, gosh, I went to university to, my major was going to be, let's say, geology and chemistry. And I always loved mathematics, no matter what. So I think after my second year, I had to make a decision. And maybe one of the organic chemistry course didn't go as well as I wanted to too. So at that time, I decided to pursue mathematics and on the pure side of math. So like real analysis, complex analysis, courses like probability theory. Those are always great courses. I love the theoretical math, measure theory as well. Now, that was going to be my career. I thought I was going to stay in academia forever. And even after the master's degree, I did in my master's at York, I was doing again topology, measure theory, the category theory. And I still remember the professors' names that were teaching me at the time. Now, in mathematics, people don't do the 3 degrees in one university. That's what I was told. So I went over to U of T to do my PhD, and it was in C-star algebras and operator theory. Now, how that got me into where I am is while I was at the University of Toronto Mississauga campus, I was doing my postdoc there, and I decided to join with Risk Lab Toronto. So I was teaching math courses, doing teaching TA work. By joining Risk Lab Toronto, it gave me the opportunity to learn financial math, and that's under the tutelage of Professor Louis Seiko at the time, and taught me how to code. So I learned how to code in C, C++. I had some prior coding experience from my prior undergraduate courses. By learning to do that, I was able to learn how to price up financial derivatives. So while I was at Risk Lab, I had a chance to work at Algorithmics. And while I was there, I was teaching uh, the client how to use RiskWatch. That was their software product, RiskWatch. One of the clients was from RBC, asked me to come downtown for interviews, and was interviewed by 3 people. The VP came out and gave me, offered me the role, and I decided to accept the role, and that's how I basically started my banking career. Now, from the banking career, capital markets was exciting, being a quant and in market risk, and a chance to price up some cool exotic derivative products, which is fun. I mean, using stochastic calculus, like books by Stephen Shreve, and it was good use of the math knowledge while I was there. The other part was I moved into an audit role, and the audit was an audit analytics role. They used to call that CATS, Computer Assisted Audit Tools and Techniques, and that's how it sort of led me into analytics. Now, it was 4 years of doing that. I transitioned to a different financial institution to start up an analytics role. And again, analytics was simple. I meant we were just using, say, MS Excel, Access, a little bit of SQL, but mostly, and SAS. And while I was doing that, it really gave you a chance to go deep into analytics and to learn and getting the opportunities. One thing was great working in audit departments, you get to see data across the entire enterprise. So by working with different types of data sets, I got better at what to look for, how to get insights into data. And that led me to, so while I was at a different financial institution, I was setting up a new analytics team. And with that analytics team, it's grown from basically one person to about over 20 at this point on. And over time, I've seen analytics evolve. And my role evolved from an audit role, basically a models auditor, capital markets auditor, over to a data scientist, just supporting an audit division.
Thank you so much.
Try to keep it under 5. Sorry, I have to try to keep it under 5 minutes. I could go on and on.
At all. Thank you so much for your detailed answer. And Arian, I know that you are a student at York that are very involved in a lot of activities. Can you share a little bit about yourself and what got you interested in AI and data science?
Sure, I would love to. Hello everyone, my name is Aryan. I'm a second year computer science student at York. I'm currently working as a research intern at the Next Generation Wireless Networks Lab under Professor Hina Tabasam. My current research project that I'm working on is time series analysis and wireless networks, and how I can probably develop, make models trustworthy. This is currently my research project, but along with that, outside of academics, I'm also involved in other clubs. Currently serving as a co-president of AI and Data Society Club, and also a lead at technical lead at York Data Science Club. Being involved in these clubs has kind of given me the exposure, and my current role as this research intern kind of has given me an idea on how different the field has evolved, and how earlier on there were some traditional models used, and how generative AI is kind of changing fields and making impact. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Ian. Now we are thrilled to welcome a special guest whose work sit at the intersection of education and industry. Tammy is the Director of Industrial Partnership here at York University. Tammy, first of all, congratulations on your new role, and thank you for joining us on the York Science podcast. Could you introduce yourself and share a bit about your new portfolio?
Sure. Thank you so much for having us. Excited to be here with everyone. So I'm the Director of Industry Partnerships with the new Co-op and Career Center. I've spent the last 15 years dedicated to cooperative education and working with employers on accessing top talent. I'm very passionate about helping students gain paid work experience and more industry connections because we know that will accelerate students' career success. And I'm a strong believer that when you help support occupational wealth, it'll lead to generational wealth. And we have to support this next generation of student leaders. So very happy to be here today.
Thank you so much, Tammy. So next we move to about the landscape of AI and data science. So Professor Wang, so AI headlines are everywhere nowadays, from ChatGPT beating board games to AlphaFold to mapping the proteins. So from your point of view, what's the single most exciting advance in this year?
Okay, that's a not easy question because there are so many breakthroughs in the AI world right now, and we know about the DeepSeek in the earlier this year. That's quite exciting because that would reduce the computational cost. And but I think that for me, if I have to pick, I probably pick the AI agent as the most breakthrough for the AI world right now.
Oh, incredible. So, and also the job market is booming. The World Economic Forum estimate 2.6 million new data-centric role in the next 5 years. So what skills should students prioritize?
Um, the list is not small. So that's why we have the 4-year program for data science. I think at the high level, I think there are several important skills. For data science, you got to learn traditional statistics. And also you have to learn computer science skills like Python and other things, and also including data visualization. And also you got to learn machine learning models. On top of that, I think there are several things and people should also pay attention, which is ethics and the privacy of the data governance. And also, of course, very good communication skills.
Yeah, yes, indeed. So thank you, Professor Wang. So now shift gears and hear from someone in the industry. So Carol, as a senior manager in business insight and analytics at a major bank in Canada, so work closely with how data and AI are used in your field, in the banking system. Could you share how the role of data and AI has changed in your organization over the past few years?
I can speak from my experience in audit, how it's changed. And the change has been to, rather than just like taking samples, is actually going beyond that. And now that data's become more digitized, it's easier to analyze all the data rather than just take a sample. I'm just thinking about how my career has stretched from 2005 to today. In 2005, that meant we had simple like laptops, a TI-41 with half a gig of RAM, using Excel with maybe 65,536 records. And what I've seen, now as the technology has evolved, it's so much better. Now our laptops have 48 gigs of RAM. A desktop has 400 gigs of RAM. I'm able to do things that I just couldn't dream of doing back in 2005. So by having GPUs and more computational firepower, I'm able to analyze data in a way that really gives insights and actionable insights to the auditors. So I've seen the tools evolve as well, going from say Excel, SAS, Access, over to say a tool like ACL, and then over to the open source tools. Let's say R, Python, Scala, and other tools that we can use. Apache Spark for big data. So that's what I've seen. So the role of data is going to be for risk intelligence and for actionable insights. So I'm analyzing vendor data. They want to see something more than we're looking for duplicates or potential anomalies. So we build scoring models. And again, the modeling allows us to do things to really get insights into the data that we just couldn't get that back, say, 20 years ago.
And Carlo, we are especially curious. Have you seen any change in your company, how they hire people for data roles? Are they looking for a different skill compared to in the past?
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, from looking back how I hired 20 years back, we'd be looking for people with, 20 years ago, we're looking for ex audit people that had some data skills. And that evolved to change to create more professional data analytics teams. So they don't need any audit experience or CPA or anything like that. So I've seen before, 10 years ago, I would hire based on Excel, Access, and SAS, and maybe get 50 to 100 applicants, lucky if I got that many, for any role I would post. Now I'm looking for more on the open source side, so looking for skills in Python, R, SQL, or Scala, one of those tools. They have experience with Apache Spark. Let's say Databricks, Kubernetes, Docker, Azure, or Microsoft Power Platform, some experience of those. So that's what we're looking for today, because that's what we're using a lot.
I see. And for a student looking ahead, do you have any advice for them? Because like you mentioned, there are a lot of tools and it's changing every day. So is there like any advice for students to adapt to this fast-pacing environment?
Yeah, I've been out with the early talent teams, heading out to universities. I'm almost like a member of that team. And we go out and talk to the students about roles for, say, interim roles or new graduate roles. And students they always want to ask how they're going to stand out. So I've seen students stand out in many ways by sometimes they create an app on Android or iOS. Usually most of the time it's Android. Or they have some projects on their Git accounts, GitHubs, and they want to show me what they've analyzed, taken public. Sometimes they take a public data set, say credit card fraud data set, and they show me how they've analyzed it and how deep they looked into it. So it's really, for me, the talent is amazing out there that I see. Postings now will get 1,000 applicants. Even an intern posting will get up to 500 to 800 applicants, and they're very talented, very good students. Often when I get the top 5 sent to me, it's very hard to weed anybody out immediately. So so to stand out, and then sometimes you have to, show that you're a problem solver. I like it when somebody does something on GitHub and solves a problem, and it can create, let's say, dashboards, and can tell a story with data, and can articulate complex technical results to a non-technical audience. That's from my perspective and my career, what I've seen.
So thank you, Carol, for this insight. So I would like to ask Tammy, as in the context of AI and data science, two fast evolving fields, have you seen any specific trend in the type of co-op or internship role companies are now offering to our students?
Yeah, absolutely. I am seeing more shifts to, I think, looking for students that are able to, I think, manipulate and work with real-time data sets, to fine-tune learning models, I think, and also a lot of opportunities focused on AI-driven product features. I think we're seeing employers wanting this next generation to be very comfortable with AI, and it's almost like the co-op assistant for the co-op student to use AI now. And I think to Dr. Wang's point, seeing a lot of growing opportunities around AI ethics, governance, so a lot of growing opportunities for sure.
That's awesome. So next section, we're moving to the academic preparation at York. So after exploring the global momentum behind AI and data science, let's shift our focus to something very exciting happening right here at York. York University launching a new undergraduate data science program in fall 2023, designed to prepare for the next generation of data-driven thinker and innovator. And we are fortunate to have our director, Professor Stephen Wang, here today of that program with us. So Professor Wang, could you give us more detail about this new program, and how it helps students build a skill they need to succeed in today's data-driven world?
Thank you very much. First of all, a little bit history of the program. It actually took us a good 3 years to prepare for the program before it was launched in 2023. And our program is quite unique in the sense that it's not just changing the name of statistics to data science. It's not like that. We actually deliberate very, very carefully of how we want to train our future data scientists. So there are several features. One of the features is that we actually have integrated courses, meaning that we have courses from computer science, we have courses from iTech, we have courses in statistics, and also have courses in machine learning. So it's several components over there. And also we're very proud to have a course on ethics, on data ethics. So we have several components, and to cap what I just said, we have traditional statistics, we have the machine learning, we have the computer science skills, and we have other things too. Another feature we really like and took us a long time to design and is that we have a capstone course that lasts for 8 months, so 2 semesters. We have talked to a lot of people, organizations, companies, government agencies. They say, well, the traditional capstone course or even co-op is too short. And student came to the setting and came to the company, and took them 3 years to understand what's going on. 3 months for them to understand what's going on. The fourth month they have to go. So we took that advice. We listened to them, and so our capstone course is 8 months, 2 semesters. And also that on top of that, we're reaching out to organizations, and also Tammy is working very hard on that. I'm trying to help out as well, to reach out to hospitals, organizations, and government agencies to make sure that our students can have some sort of embedded learning experience in their capstone course.
Yeah, and I noticed we have like multiple streams for like the data science course as well, right? Can you like share more about it?
Yes, we are. The data science program is still young and it's still in the infancy, so we're still doing some revisions. There are 2 streams we really like, and we are promoting, pushing that. One of them is the business stream. So they have to take courses from the Schule Business School, and those are the regular business courses, and they open up to our data science program. So they really got to train. So I want to emphasize, all our computer science courses are taught by professors from computer science department. And all the business courses are taught by the Schule professors. So that's one stream, business stream. Another stream we're trying to promote or trying to push is the healthcare stream. Now this stream we think has a huge potential because we have aging population, and in Canada, and there's be a lot of opportunities. I can expand on that, but I think I'll stop right there.
Yeah, that's awesome. That like we have like a lot of like resource to focus on like a specific industry, because like a lot of students like they graduate and they don't know like which field should they go into, or like they don't have enough skill in order to like get into like a specific industry. So having that will like give like York student like a better chance.
Yes, I want to add that learning the skills is good, but it's not enough anymore. You need to have what we call domain knowledge. You got to be specialized in one of the domains, and to be able just to do great things. Because if you don't understand how data were collected, what's the background, in what context, and then sometimes you're just like shooting in the dark.
That's true. Thank you. And for Tammy, I know that York have invested like heavily in the experiential learning in recent years. How can students, like especially like for international students like us, to better position ourselves to get like those like internship or like co-op position?
Great question. So I think the first one is just gaining the awareness that cooperative education or other work integrated learning experiences like the capstone exist. So I encourage the students, if you come to York University, we're located in Victor Philip Dadalay building, come visit the Co-op Career Center, and we'll kind of help explain how to get into co-op and the different options available. I think to make the most of being in a program like cooperative education, I think people have alluded to this on the panel, it's really developing the art of networking and communication skills, because I think regardless of what industry you go into, regardless of the role you go into, being able to communicate your ideas, being able to also listen effectively, understand your audiences or your clients or your colleagues' needs, and then being able to action that back is very impactful. One of the great things we offer as a Co-op and Career Center is lots of opportunities to meet with employers. So I always encourage students, come to the employer events. I know sometimes it's intimidating meeting executives like Carlo or very experienced hiring managers, but it's a safe space. I call this like the career playground. This is the one time in your life where you get to work with employers, gain great work experience, but you have the safety and the security of a staff team at York University that cares and is there to provide support to you, and they are basically career cheerleaders for your success. So definitely come out to the employer events and definitely encourage you to kind of network, talk to employers, have coffee chats with professionals, and gain as much knowledge as you can.
Of course. So co-op and internship play a major role in preparing students for the workforce. But they are not the only way to align valuable experience. At York, students also have a range of opportunity to sharpen their skill and expand their network through extracurricular activity, like for example, joining student clubs, taking on leadership role, or participating in competition and events. So, Ian, as a current student leader, what has your experience being like working with the Data Science Club? Has your leadership skill and soft skill in the club support what you are learning in your courses and help you get ready for the real world?
It definitely does, to be honest. Again, a great question. But I feel like, when I got involved in the club, I realized, looking at people who are already in the industry, because, the members in the club are, ranges from, people like me who just joined without any, background on like machine learning or AI. And then just, there are people who have, lots and lots of ideas. They have worked on multiple projects and they have amazing, track record of, like multiple internships in the same role. So kind of seeing people have great people with like great passion, how they kind of approach problems, and talking about leadership skills, surely I would say it kind of, it's like we try to we try to kind of have more events, networking events. So it kind of works as an opportunity for freshmen and sophomores to kind of connect with third, fourth year students. So kind of get that experience, because it kind of worked the same way for me as well. I got meet amazing friends that I have right now, and they are like seniors to me, so I get a lot of guidance, and kind of they also guide you in terms of what domain you should go for. And like professor doctor said that it's very important to have the domain knowledge, right? So whatever field that you choose to, whatever jobs that you apply for, you actually need to know what goes behind the roles, right? Like you need to know whatever skills you're working for, what are the projects, what are the impacts that projects are going to create. So all of those things. So I feel like the first thing that you can do, anybody who's joining York, is to probably get involved in clubs. It kind of acts as a starter to get involved, and once you're kind of involved in the community, you can always build together in the community, learning in public, and it's amazing how you can contribute to projects, work together, find amazing people. So yeah, I would say that.
Yeah, I absolutely like agree. Like I also like join a lot of club, and I also like a member like in the data science club, and I felt that like I get inspired by a lot of people because they like do a lot of like amazing thing. And sometimes like when I just get like very like unmotivated to like learn new stuff, I saw like their project and then like their skills, and then like I get like inspired again. So absolutely to like join like at least one club in your like life. And in addition to this, I also like want to share like another fantastic way to gain practical experience is through doing research opportunities with professors. So at York, there are like a lot of research positions that offer to students so that they can gain like valuable skill, and also like those positions also get paid by the professor or like get funded by the departments. So I know that like money is not like the most important thing, but then having like a job and then also like a way to learn new thing will help you like easier to like pay for the stuff, and also like easier for you to learn like on class.
Definitely. So looking ahead, so next section, so for looking ahead, so Tian, you can start it. We move to the next section.
Yeah. So we have talked a lot about the present, but let's look into like the future. So Professor Wang, how do you see AI and data science continue to shape our world in the upcoming years?
Wow. I think it will continue to shape the world in a very significant way. And also the speed of iterations, or the speed of improvement, or the speed we see the breakthroughs mushroomed from all over the place is unprecedented. I think we are living in a very exciting, also challenging era. I think it will change, AI will changing the aspect of human lives, the society in all aspects.
Yeah, and which like specific sector do you see like is have like a big impact for?
Carlo is in finance. Actually, my interest in the healthcare. I think the healthcare is experiencing a lot of improvements. The healthcare we had, it was developing last century. It was staying that way for a long time. When AI came along, it's really made a lot of improvements. There's a book called Digital Doctors, and so they do remote diagnosis, they do a lot of electronic records, they do analysis on that. So AI has certainly changed the healthcare sector, and it will continue to do so.
Yeah, I noticed that like when I go to do like ultrasound or something, like they usually don't have that much people like in the past. But right now they have like an app to identify about like the picture, if to see if there is like any like abnormal thing for like the picture or not.
Yes, yes. There are so many things they have done. Yeah.
Thank you. So that's a great point. And this impact just isn't just theoretical. It's already starting to change how the world behave right now. So Carol, how about you? What inspired you most about the future of AI? Are there particular applications and innovations that you are especially excited about?
Great question. Very excited about I guess, the large language models, the large concept models, something new I've been looking at. The intelligence we can get with graph networks. I mean, that's really excited me a lot. I spend a lot of my time, usually sometimes students have told me I study more than them, but I'm up always. I don't watch much TV at all, and I'm up practically, I'm at till 1 a.m., to almost 1 a.m. coding, usually reading some book. I usually post it up on LinkedIn. I just like to read a book, learn the knowledge, and then find a way to apply it to something that I'm doing. So I guess what excites me right now is the intelligence we can get from large language models, and the network analysis, graph attention networks, link predictions. That's been really exciting to me, and I think there's so much more. I can't almost get enough of it. I realize I can't boil the ocean and learn everything, but it's almost like I want to learn everything so that we do everything. But just being able to use it for using all these advanced methods for risk intelligence is exciting to me.
That's awesome. I can confirm that just before our recording, last night, Carol and I have communicated through LinkedIn at the midnight. So I can confirm you go back very late.
Funny thing is, I'm just 2 months. I had surgery 2 months ago. People can't believe I'm back and energetic again.
Oh,
but
cannot tell.
I came back in a month rather than 2 months because I was feeling great, and I'm back
That's
into
awesome.
it again.
That's awesome.
I felt deprived, Python deprived.
That's awesome. So
Python withdrawal. I suffered
you're
from a
missing
terrible
the
Python
coding need
withdrawal,
you.
and I can only binge watch so much Netflix. I said, the heck with this. I'm getting back. I'm getting back. Got a book
Great.
on natural language processing with transformers. I said, okay, that's it. I'm going to go back to this again. I got to get coding again.
Yes. So are there any predictions you are like to make about how this field might develop in next 5-10 years? Carol.
It's so hard to predict with so much. I can't keep up with everything going on. Somebody has something going on. There's some new technique. Maybe is artificial general intelligence coming? I mean, there's that study by Apple that I read, and they said that the large language models were now thinking, and then somebody else posts something because they didn't handle a Tower of Hanoi problem very well. And then somebody else posted that it did handle it well. So I think sooner or later, it's going to be part of our lives everywhere, like at work. You're going to be working with, I'm an old-fashioned programmer, sometimes an original, make my own mistakes, jokingly, but I've learned, now we have Copilot, and Copilot helps me out. We work together. I have an idea, I run it by Copilot, what do you think? I'm trying to what's the best way to get signatures off of scanned images? What's the best way to get named entity recognition? What models can I use? And I work together, give it some code, gives me back some code, so I see that. I see AI just being working. You're going to be working together with AI, not just on your own. You're going to have to use it in some capacity. That's what I'm thinking.
Thank you so much, Carol. So next, now we move to our final. It's our closing remark and final advice. Tian?
Yeah, so this is almost like the end of our episode. So Professor Wen, do you have any like advice or talks for our like students who are thinking about like stepping into this field, or like who already like starting their journey in this field?
So you're talking about the future students, or talking about the existing students?
Like for
Which
me and
cohort?
the future student as well.
Okay. So for you guys, I think you definitely needed the right choice and to study data science or data science related courses. And this is a very exciting. Data science is no longer one single discipline. It's actually at the intersection of several disciplines, including machine learning, computer science, and statistics. for the future students, I think that data science is quite exciting. However, I think the time has passed. We have changed. In the past, you go to school and you study for 4 years and everything looks very, very good. But I think Carlo serves a very good example that you gone to the university, you got to continue to learn things and new things along the way. This is not the after you finish. It's not the end. It's the end of the beginning. So I think students should really be self-motivated. And some people asked me before, how do you do things? They think that I'm doing so many things. So my advice is that to do baby steps every single day. Steve Jobs used to have this famous quote. That quote wasn't popular by him: "Stay hungry and stay foolish." I always say, stay motivated and stay focused and keep trying.
So thank you, Professor Wang. So, and Carol, from your
Yes.
industrial perspective, if I ask you, give one key piece of advice you like to offer students thinking about career in data science, considering study at York. So whether it's about choosing the right program, building their network, or planning their career path, what piece of advice we would give it to them?
The best piece of advice that it helped me my career was to network, to build your network out there. And I almost never turn down any student who wants a coffee chat. I'm telling you now, I have over 100 a year or more, and very passionate about them. I always feel like it's my duty to help them out and get them, going in the right direction. But the best piece of advice is to network and attend events like in Toronto, like Toronto Machine Learning Series or any other events that are going on. There's just so many on Eventbrite. I can't even keep track of them anymore. I'm going to one tonight, and there'll be a lot of students there to network with. So please network. It's going to be important.
Thank you so much. So we must highlight it in our camera. Network.
Yes.
So Tammy, today we have our program director here and industry expert like Carol here. So what advice do you have for faculty or program leaders who want to design curriculum or project that align better with industrial needs?
Oh, great question. I would say leverage our team because I think we get to work with a lot of industry partners on job opportunities. We're always asking employers, what skills are you looking for? What opportunities do you have? So I think we can help hopefully bridge connections with faculty members. I think someone had said earlier, you can start small. So you can start with bringing a partner in for a guest speaking opportunity. It doesn't always have to be an extreme, serious project right away, but you can start with baby steps. I think to Carlo's point about networking, I think faculty members could give bonus marks for encouraging their students to go to industry networking events. And then that makes our team happier, and then we're happy to be collaborative partners in supporting you in your work. But yeah, I think just collaboration is key and working with each other.
Absolutely, yeah. And last but not least, we have Arian. I know that you have a lot of valuable experience. So if you could go back to your time, when you just starting your university life, do you have anything that you wish you have done differently or started earlier?
Sure, I think it's a great question. What I would do differently, I would probably be to get involved earlier on. I realized that it doesn't take a lot to actually get involved. We actually have an amazing community, and let's say if you want to work for a company and let's say if they're using open source open source tech stacks, right? So what you can do is you can probably go on their GitHub, they have so many issues, you can solve them, and be involved. That's starting small, just learning about them, and that's how probably the company can also reach out to you, right? It's one of the ways. I would also say that just try to also get involved in research. It's a great experience, to be honest. For research, there's a huge expectations in terms of that you need to know this. Of course, there is gonna be a lot of expectations, but again, you can start small. Again, like Professor said, you can start small, and then it doesn't take a lot to actually just apply and see. If you get selected, that's amazing. If you didn't, then you probably need to work on your skill sets. But yeah, what I would say is try to get involved. You can start small by joining clubs, meeting or networking with people. You can also meet your upper years, your seniors, and try to get some advice from them. And also reach out to the university has amazing resources. When it comes to co-op, so you have amazing co-op coordinators. You reach out to them. How you can you can probably like refurbish your resume, how you can have more interviews, how you can get selected, and all of those stuff. The coordinators is the one person you can probably go to for all of those advice. And again, we have advising, and we have so many resources at university. So yeah, I would probably say all the answers you're probably gonna find here. So yeah.
Great.
Yes.
So, Tien?
And we would like to get promoted to our club as well. So as a co-president of the AI and Data Science Data Society,
Yeah.
like any promotion for
Sure.
this?
I would say if you have if you want to start small in AI and Data Society or AI and Data Science, we actually run a club, AI and Data Society, where we do events, we network, we have speakers from different different corporates, different fields coming up, and then they share their experience on how AI has kind of changed their fields, and how they're leveraging this AI tools, AI agents to kind of increase their productivity in terms of the output, that the final product that they're working on. So we have a lot of networking events as well, where we have other students who can network to speakers. You can also network to other students as well. We also have workshops where we kind of teach on a small scale, of course, the machine learning, just kind of to get you started, and work on projects as well, so which is again good for your portfolio probably. But yeah, I know one way to get involved is through you can join a club as well, and we would love to have you. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, we will put all of the information under the description.
Yeah.
By the way, this the end of our episode. So a big thank you to our guests,
Thank you.
Arian, Stephen Wang, Professor Stephen Wang, Tammy, and Carlo for spending time to be here to share your insight to the student. I wish I have somebody to tell me all of the things when I just start my journey, so that I didn't waste a lot of time to just asking people but sometimes it just didn't work.
Same here.
And for to our listener, whether you are exploring about the academic or are you dreaming about your future career, we hope that today's conversation will spark some of your inspiration. And we just want to let you know that the world of AI and data science is full of possibility, and your university is ready to help you to take your first step.
Thank you, Tien. So before we wrap up, we want to leave you with the one more great resource. Especially you're thinking about applying to York or just want to learn more. We have built something we are really proud of called York Science Match, our very own multi-language AI chatbot designed by our team right here at the Faculty of Science. It's actually something Tien, our co-host today, helped develop.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so it's get inspired from the Savvy, from York University, and we want to create something to have domestic and international students to get a quick answer about program scholarship or any course requirement or advice, because York have a very a lot of students, and our office always get busy, so sometimes the student can be very curious about a specific topic, but they didn't have the answer at that time. So having the chatbot will give them a more resource to collect the answer. And one special about our chatbot is that it can also chat in your own language, so English, Vietnamese, Chinese, Hindi, yeah, etc. So
Fantastic.
yeah.
Thank you. So also it's easy to find. Just visit the Faculty of Science website and click the little red called Ask Me button in the corner. York Science Match is ready for 24/7 to help guide you through your options. So we will have the link on the top of our podcast. And so if you rather talk to someone directly, no problem. You can also book a virtual meeting with one of our amazing team member and recruiter who can walk you through every step by step. Our podcast recordings are now available on the York Science YouTube channel. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. It's best way to stay connected. So again, thank you so much for all the guests today, and also for with the future episode and inspiring story from our student and alumni and faculty. Please stay connect with us, our York Science podcast. Until next time, as I want to mention Professor wanted to say a quote by Steve Jobs: "Stay, stay hungry, stay foolish." I also want to put it called "Stay curious, stay connected."
Yes.
And keep developing, discovering. This is the Future Maker York Science podcast. Thank you for listening. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.